I wouldn't say it takes any of the pressure off. I feel like it was definitely a good team win all around. All three phases of the ball, football. I mean, football-wise, we played physical and tough till the end, offense, defense, and special teams. And it's a good feeling. But now we just got to get back to work this week and try to strive for that feeling again.
I would say it was never any doubt or anything just losing that many games, but we see there's a standard in this program of championships, and we're still looking at the games that other teams have to play, and you never know how that shapes out. So we're still in it, and you can't win them all unless you win the next one.
Now you play a team that's lost 16 in a row, so you know in a small way what they were going through. But is there a certain awareness you need to have, because this is like a kind of an injured animal that maybe wants to jump up and try and end that streak?
I would say you can't take anything for granted, and you can't underestimate these guys. I mean, if you watch on film, they're a talented team, and they play well on offense and defense. You just have some mistakes, and I mean, who are we to say anything about that? I mean, we've made mistakes in part of the last month. I mean, we were making some mistakes that were more mental than anything. So I mean, we just can't underestimate these guys and have to take each game, as one of the toughest games of the year. So you just got to go out there and show up Saturday and play to our level of, competition, which is they're a good football team, we're a good football team. We just got to put it together on Saturday.
To piggyback what he said, I've been watching film, a lot of new transfer guys there, and it seemed like they start off every game pretty excited, pretty amped up. So just can't afford to make any mistakes. We have to play our brand of football for all 4 quarters, and as well as they move in space, I feel like we have opportunity to put our ball in space and roll it out there.
Garret, their quarterback is dual threat. You guys have already faced some pretty good quarterbacks. How does this guy size up with some of that?
I think he's one of the more talented guys that we have seen this year. I mean, he's definitely up there with the best in this conference. I mean, he's a very good athlete as far as running wise. He throws well too, and is able to elude the pressure. And so we gotta make sure that we're doing everything right and doing everything we can to keep him contained.
Is the biggest thing to stop him from running and just keep him there, as opposed to letting him go ahead and run and not beat you to the path?
We'd like to make it one-dimensional, and so for that to happen, we have to keep him contained. We'd like him to throw the ball, and we'll play well in the back end as we do. So we just got to keep him contained and get after him.
Guys, Brady mentioned that it sounded like Aztec football for the first time in a while. You guys were hitting. You knew you guys were into the game. What are your thoughts on that, and what was it like down the field during first?
It was a good environment. Hawaii is always a tough team, and especially when you play them over there in Hawaii. And they're a physical football team every year. They are, and we like to say that we are too. And this year we've been kind of missing some of that throughout the season. And so Saturday it was a good feeling to have back. Of everybody was flying around and was bringing their best, and on their side and our side. And it felt like a good competition and a good football game to be a part of, just with how physical it was and how fast it was, and it was good. It was fun.
I feel like on the offensive side, we're just tired of losing, and I don't know, it was just something about that week where it didn't matter if there was a catch on the other side of the field. We had people from the backside running to go get blocks, just making sure that, the effort was there. And during the game, it was the exact same thing. One play, Makai caught like a comeback to the field, and Keenan's running the leak route, and he almost catches Makai and helps him bring him into the end zone. And that effort is just some of the things that we really felt like could help us, start the winning again. And that's what I was really proud of that week.
Notice you weren't shying away from contact on some of your runs.
Mm-hmm.
That part of the...
I never really have been a person to shy away from contact. I know once I became like the starter, and I kind of got to look out for that and can't be getting dinged up. But when I moved to defense, it's kind of just one of those things that kind of stayed with me. is just put your face on and run through them, and eventually they're not going to want to keep hitting you.
Hey, Jalen, what does Lucky bring to the offensive backfield, and were you surprised at how well he played?
A little surprised just because I don't never really get to see him. I think he's been on scout team for some weeks and nursing up some little tweak thing or something. But, definitely a spark, just a new face, new freshness. He doesn't run like any other backs. I feel like they all have their unique running abilities or what they do coming out the backfield. So definitely a spark and definitely excited to see him step in.
Jalen, Hawai'I marked the 1 year since you started as a starting quarterback. Can you reflect a little bit on what that experience has been like and what maybe you learned the most from all that?
Said the 1 year mark?
I think
From you starting.
Wow, that's crazy. It's definitely going quick, I guess, since it's already been a year. But I said reflect
Yeah, I
on.
mean, what stands out in your mind about what you've accomplished or what has all gone on?
I guess the whole thing. I'm kind of still grasping the journey as it goes on, but just becoming a leader. Being a guy that people look at, and even when we're down, we're up, need a crunch time play, everybody's kind of looking for me like, all right, well, we're behind you, and we're going to go as you go, as the coaches tell me all the time. So kind of just getting boasted into that role, and I feel like I've really taken advantage of it, getting guys to stay after practice when we need it, or just holding myself to a higher standard than I guess some coaches would be like, all right, you need to take it easy on yourself. So just to reflect on it, I'm glad I came back to quarterback. I wouldn't change a thing, and I'm proud of how far I've came since when I first stepped in.
Is there anything about it that's been more of a challenge than you would have thought?
Challenge, the challenge is just playing football, long seasons, you know what I'm saying? So, I just fully embraced it, and just glad I did it.
What do you think you still need to work on going forward? Anything in particular?
Just still trying to put that full game together. There's always little spurts here and there, or catch a quarter here where it's like really good, then the next quarter drop off. Just trying to put that full game together.
I think some of that consistency, finding that, is because you kind of did come to the starters role later, and maybe some of that you would have gotten out of your.
I would say so. There's a lot of things of being a quarterback that just comes with you playing. It's like my first game is kind of like I was just hoping everybody else trying to just help me around, and then now it's like I'm the guy that needs to be the one helping everybody and bringing everybody along. So just the more, I feel like it's just the more you play it, the more experience you get, and the more you gain, confidence-wise, all of it.
What do you think is the biggest thing you gained from being on the defense for a while and then coming back?
Definitely the physicality part. I used to slide. Coming from a different conference, though, that is something that is preached to, like, get down when someone 240 is coming your way to knock your head off. But the physicality part and just coverage recognition, knowing where people can and can't come from.
What's been the most fun thing about being the starting quarterback?
Really just every play goes through you. If I wanted it to be me versus the defense on 4th and 1, I can do that, and you know what I'm saying? It's all on me. I'm not really hoping like, oh, I hope he gets this block, I hope he gets that. Like, it's just all on me.
Garret, Coach mentioned he would have liked to have seen the defensive line get a little more pressure with that. How do you guys do that?
We just got to win one-on-one battles, and that just takes us working even harder this week as far as within our preparation and being intent on getting better with our pass rushes and everything like that. And we just have to be, more intent with rushing the passer. That's all there is to it, really.
You guys went 2 games without any turnovers, and then you get 4. How do you kind of just unlock that? And it's something you always strive for, but it's tough to get.
Just opportunity. If guys are creating that opportunity, and really we've been working it with drills, and they're taking drill to skill. They're going from practice and working it, and then now it's shown in the game, and we just have to be intent in practice with our drills, and good things are going to come during the game.
Was there some reason, though, you were able to knock the ball away that game where it didn't happen as easily in others?
I think really just just guys being more aware of having that opportunity with one guy holding up the guy and the next guy in. Coaches are always preaching next guy in, try to rip at the ball, and that opportunity being there, I think guys were just taking advantage of it.
Can you talk about the resiliency issue? Because Brady's been talking about that the last couple of games. This game, you had the lead, and then Hawaii had the lead in the fourth quarter. You both discussed kind of the roles that respect the team, sides of the ball played in getting the lead back and demonstrating, the resilience.
Like I said, I just feel like this past week everybody just kind of hit that breaking point of we're not losing anymore, and we're going to do whatever it takes to finish a game out. Like I said, a couple of things we did in practice translated over to the games, and it was just that feeling like once we went down a little bit, and I want to say it was a fourth, it was no real shake of our offense. We kind of just looked at each other like, all right, well, this is what we practice, and this is what we're going to do, and we've been moving the ball all game, so just keep doing what we're doing.
I would say defensive-wise, we just had to go, and put more consistent drives together as far as stopping them. And defensively, you just got to look yourself in the mirror and own up to what's going to occur, and you have to kind of put a stop to it. You got to, there's a fine line where it's like, okay, you know what, I'm done losing, like Musa said. I mean, we're just at that point where things happen. Bad things are going to happen during the course of a game, and you just got to step up to the plate and, go out there and play with everything you got, effort-wise and attitude-wise, and make a stop.
I'm going to give the defense a little, bit because you guys were chasing them all over the yard. That offense was up and down the field a lot.
Yeah.
They had a lot of speed on them.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it difficult for you guys to stay focused on just the game ahead? Because you need 6 wins to qualify for a bowl game, but are you able to easily put that out of your mind and just focus on the task game?
I would say so. We've been to a bowl game consistently now for I can't remember how many years it is, 12 or so, 12 or 13. But anyways, I think just each week, with how fast the season goes, you're not so focused on that. Like you get back from a game, and like this week it's a quick turnaround. We got back and we're just ready to go, and we're trying to dive in and dissect Nevada and see what their offense is like and see what that team's like and prepare for them. And I think you don't really have any time to concentrate on that stuff as much as preparing to win the next one.
Yeah, like he said, especially this week, I think we got back at like 7, 8 a.m. We got into treatment. Most people slept for the rest of that day, and then Monday came and it's already prepped for Nevada. So I feel like that takes a lot of the time away from us thinking ahead. Obviously, we know what our goal is at the end of the season, but like you said, we just got to stay focused on the week ahead.
Is it going to seem weird having a second bye week all of a sudden come up again?
A little bit. In the last few years, I don't know if I've had a second bye week, but it's one of those things where that can't distract us in any way. We're still going to come out that whole next week and practice and get ready for our next opponent. So it's just one of those things that take a little bit of time to rest your body a little bit, but just continue to prepare for your next opponent, and that's what we're going to do.
I'm excited for it because that's just a week to get better.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about an opponent. It's all like get another self-scout in, and if you got any banged up players, get them right, and then like I said, just a week to get better, work on timing and all the other stuff.
Focus.
And off Saturday, do you guys sit around watching other teams play college football, or do you go to the beach? What do you do?
I would definitely say watch other football teams.
Yeah.
Watch other games in the Mountain West and see what other teams are like, especially the ones that we haven't faced yet. So
No going to the beach?
Nah.
personally, no,
Nah.
not a beach guy.
I'm not either.
Go to movies?
Maybe go to the mountains to the east. Exactly, go hunting. It's deer season.